Planning stage. Now, as part of learning Aim B, you have to produce some market research material for a business of your choice. So describe the market that you're going to be operating in. How will your business fit into the marketplace? Problem definition. So why is the research needed? How will it inform me and be relevant to the purpose and objectives? And how will the information help to solve the problem? Set research objectives. So what is the desired end result? And it must be SMART. Budget. How much money, how much time is available? Now, determine what data is to be collected. Okay, how much will be quantitative? How much will be qualitative? And what methods are you going to use? Now, you can be secondary or primary. You can be quantitative, qualitative, or a combination of the four. So, pilot questionnaire design. So the questions must not be ambiguous. So there must be only one question answer you can give. No confusion in what the question actually means. You have to avoid jargon. You've got to be relevant to the respondents. Be directly linked to the purpose of the research, the objectives. It must be unbiased and it must be quite quick to analyse. So limit the number of open-ended questions where they can give lots of different possible answers. Open questions are used when a detailed answer and a full explanation is required, and that's giving qualitative data. Closed questions are allowing for a one word or a direct answer, A, B, C, D, yes, no, tea or coffee, etc., without any further explanation, and this is giving you quantitative data. Probing questions. So this is to get more information after the initial question. So think about this example. The initial question may be, do you drink coffee? Now, if the answer is yes, you might say, now, what type of coffee do you prefer? Funnel questioning means starting with an open question and moving towards a more closed question, used especially with a focus group. So how might you use this in your market research? Sequencing. So the order in which you place the questions can have an influence on the answers that you get. So imagine these two questions. Okay, question number 1, how often do you use a food mixer? And question number 2, how often do you use kitchen equipment? Now, you could put those in the other order. Now, depending on the order in which you ask them, would food mixer be included in the kitchen question, or would it be excluded? Length of questionnaire. This needs to suit your target audience and keep them fully engaged to completion. So think about if your question is going to be complex, difficult, or are they going to be quick and easy? Avoiding bias. So make sure the question is straightforward to answer and does not pull them in a certain direction. Relevance of questions to objectives. Keep a focus on your objectives when constructing your questionnaire. Pilot sampling plan. So test your survey on some trusted friends first. Probability sampling. Now there are different ways of choosing a sample. So you could have random sampling where you can ask anybody. You could have systematic sampling. So for example, every 5th person on a list. You could have stratified sampling, so you divide the group into subgroups first in terms of ethnicity, age, income, etc. And then from that subgroup, you then have a random sample. You can also have cluster sampling, so geographical boundaries first, then random. Now, random is simple, it's cost effective. Systematic is good because it gives an even population, so there is a good representation. Stratified gives a representative sample reaching even the smallest subgroup. Cluster is quick, it's easy, and a small sample would be sufficient. However, on the negative side, random sampling is the luck of the draw, and it may not be representative of what you need. Systematic. Now, the interval you choose may coincide with common traits. Stratified is not simple, it requires more effort. And cluster sampling is not representative of the whole country, it's only one region. Non-probability sampling. So this is you choose who you will survey, and it may or may not give a representative sample. So 3 methods. You've got quota sampling, and you choose people with a common trait. Or convenient sampling, so based on easy access. Or observation, going to a specific location and watching behaviour. Quota sampling should be suitable for the research if you carefully select your people. Convenient sampling is quick, it's easy, and it's cheap. Observation is good because everybody watched will be captured. However, quota sampling can be imbalanced because groups can have larger numbers than others. Convenient sampling is pure chance and may not be very representative. Observation, you must choose the right time to do this. Sample size and effect on confidence levels. Now, the larger the sample, the more responses, the more accurate. But a large sample could see you swamped with responses, and that will take a long time for you to go through. So think about population size, confidence level, so is it 90 to 95% accurate? Confidence interval, so how much error will you allow as a percentage? Pilot research, so test your survey on a small sample first and then decide if you need to make any changes. Implementation stage, so review of pilot primary research, so are there any changes needed? Final questionnaire design. Final sampling plan, so will it give you the results that you want? Data collection, primary and secondary. The PIP, the PIP model for data collection. So this is plan what you want to find out, identify how you will find out, and prepare how you will analyze the data with comparisons, evaluation, and predictions. Data must be valid by using original sources which can be traced back to the original point. So, for example, websites such as Wikipedia cannot be assumed to be valid. A source should be cited, and also results should be tested to check if similar results will be attained if another group containing different respondents were using. So imagine 50 holidaymakers asked about their satisfaction regarding a tour. Would 50 different holidaymakers say something very similar? Reliability, making sure the method of data gathering leads to consistent results. Appropriateness, is the data collection ethical? Is it likely to cause harm or distress? And has permission been sought from those involved? Currency, is the data up to date? Now, sometimes you can use past data to identify trends over a long period of time. Cost, so think about the time it's taking, any travel involved, as these will attract a cost. Sufficiency and focus of the research. Now, if we claim that customers are extremely satisfied, is this enough information? What are the aspects of their satisfaction? Are there aspects that they are not fully satisfied about? Also, have we asked enough people? How were they selected? Now, for the customers who did not respond, why not? How many did not respond? Would customers say different things at different times of the year? Okay, so the results must be able to prove something, or it was not focused. Bias. Was it a representative sample? Were the questions unbiased? Did you allow your own attitude, behaviour and beliefs to influence the outcome? Subjectivity. Have you stuck to the facts, or have you allowed your personal opinions and feelings to shape your judgment? Selection and extraction. So considerable amounts of data are often collected, and decisions need to be made about what to leave out and why. Questions should be asked about the data not being used. Extracting meaning from data needs time and various tools which might require purchasing software. The rationale. This is the focus, methods and means for conducting the study, and the outcome being sought. Interpretation of data in making valid marketing decisions. So if a customer says they like the taste of something, does that mean they like the product and they would buy it? Did they feel compelled to give a positive response? And would they prefer the product or flavour of the competition? If customers are upgrading their mobile phone, what is the main reason? Is it the quality of the camera? Is it a larger display? Is it more capacity? Okay, so we must ask the right questions. Guys, thank you for listening. Please could you subscribe and like, as it helps us to produce more and better videos like this in the future. Also, could you comment below what type of information you would like in the future as a guideline for us. Thank you again, guys, and see you all again soon.